Israel's most elite intelligence operatives, its former military generals, even a former prime minister, are now standing together in an unprecedented move, declaring not just the failure of a war, but the unraveling of a nation's moral foundation. What went so wrong? In a stunning video, 19 of Israel's top former security chiefs, men who built the very foundations of Israeli defense, have spoken. And they're not whispering, they're warning that Israel has lost not only its way but the war itself, not because of Hamas, not because of Iran, but because of something far deeper: political delusion, moral collapse, and a refusal to face the truth. For decades, Israel stood as a fortress. It had the most feared intelligence service in the region, a precision air force, a well-oiled military machine. But today, the machine is breaking down. Former Mossad chief Tamir Pardo says it plainly: "We are hiding behind a lie we created, a lie sold to the Israeli people, but the world sees through it. The lie? That the war is being won, that Gaza's destruction means security, that starving a population into submission is strength. But the truth? The world no longer believes it. Israel, say its own security leaders, has lost something far more important than territory or battles. It has lost its credibility, its moral high ground, its soul." On Sunday, a group of men who shaped Israel's war doctrine for decades broke their silence. In the video were 12 former heads of Mossad, Shin Bet, military chiefs, and police commissioners. Among them, former Prime Minister Ehud Barak, ex-IDF chiefs Moshe Yaalon and Dan Halutz, Shin Bet directors Nadav Argaman, Yoram Cohen, Ami Ayalon Mossad heads Tamir Pardo, Ephraim Halevi, Danny Yadam police commissioners like Moshe Karadi and Asaf Hefetz. Together, they carry over 1,000 years of experience in warfare, diplomacy, intelligence, and yet, they now say what few dared to say publicly before: this war is lost. Not tactically but morally, strategically, politically. Let's be clear, Israel has decimated Gaza, buildings reduced to rubble, thousands dead, the population starving, and yet the former generals ask, did we win? Their answer, no, we lost. Why? Because in the 21st century, you don't win wars by force alone. You win them by convincing the world that your cause is just, that your actions are humane, that your goals are defensible. Instead, what has Israel shown? A brutal siege, a refusal to negotiate, a growing alignment with far-right ideologies. Ami Ayalon, former Shin Bet chief, says, "This war began as just, it was defensive. But once we reached our goals, once we defeated the enemy, continuing this war made it unjust. It now threatens Israel's identity and future." So why does it continue? Why are dozens of hostages still trapped in Gaza when their freedom could be negotiated? The answer, they say, lies in politics. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's political survival depends on a coalition with ultra-nationalist far-right parties. These are leaders who dream openly of conquering Gaza permanently, removing its Palestinian population and resettling Jews there. The war is no longer about defense, it's about ideology, ethnic engineering, colonial ambition, and hostages. They are the collateral, forgotten. The hostage families themselves, many represented in a formal forum, have called the government's repeated promises of a total victory a deception. They're demanding a ceasefire, not because they oppose security but because they want their children back. The most chilling part of this story isn't just the war, it's who is now speaking out. These aren't activists, they aren't leftist intellectuals. These are the very people who built Israel's war machine. Men like Yaakov Peri, Carmi Gilon, Jeremy Issacharoff, and Major General Matan Vilnai. These men led airstrikes, approved intelligence operations, built defense policy. And now, they are warning of collapse. Vilnai and Issacharoff even signed another letter stating bluntly, "This war is about to destroy us. We must end it now." Former Mossad official Cohen put it even more bluntly, "We are being ruled by a fascist minority, and no one dares to stop them." What's the cost of pretending you're winning when you're not? In Israel's case, it's diplomatic isolation, it's growing divisions at home, it's the erosion of the very values Israel once claimed to represent. Nadav Argaman says it clearly, "If anyone in the government has any integrity, they must say what can and cannot be done. They must speak truth even to the Prime Minister." But will they? This war, in the words of Israel's own security elite, is lost. Not because the enemy was too strong, not because of military failure, but because of moral collapse, political stubbornness, and a refusal to listen to those who know war best. In the age of instant media, truth is hard to suppress. The world sees Gaza, the world sees the hostages, the world sees the politics behind it all, and most of all, the world sees the brave Israelis now standing up and saying, enough. Their message, it's not too late. but the window is closing. This war must end, for the sake of the hostages, for the sake of Israel's future, for the sake of what it means to be human. Thank you for watching. If this message moved you, share it, comment, subscribe. More voices are breaking the silence every day. Let's make sure they are heard.